Hello everyone, I'm Steve from UCAN English Tutoring, a pioneer institution for IELTS, OET and PTE academic examinations. In today's video, I would like to give you an insightful information in relation to many questions raised by students regarding the resitting or remarking. After the results are out, you might have been seeing Facebook and other social pages that are flooded with lots of students' questions on whether it is good to choose resitting or remarking. And this video gives you an insight due to which you should be able to make a well-informed decision that can save your money, time, and efforts. Please watch this video fully and like it if you feel this video is useful to you to make such a good decision. You can also share it with your friends, family members, and relatives as well. It would be of great help for me. Let me go through the video in depth. Well, on the examination day, so I have categorized this video into two sections. One is on the examination day, what you have to do, and on the results day, what you have to do. So there are basically two different things you have to do, and I'm going to go through the first one, that is on the examination day. On the examination day, you need to do a review right after your examination. It may be strange for you what I have mentioned here, but that's true. I would say it once again. Please do a review of your performance in the examination on the same day and write that on a notebook. How do I do this? Please ask 10 questions yourself. There are 10 questions that you can ask yourself and write them down in your notebook. Let me go through them one by one. The first and foremost thing you have to ask yourself is, how was your performance in each section of the examination? Whether you appear in OET, IELTS or PTE, it doesn't matter. Just ask yourself, how was your performance in each section of the examination? What would be the next question do I need to ask? Which sections, parts, or question types you feel you have done very well? So which questions, sections, or parts you have done very well? Which sections, parts, and question type you feel you could have done effectively? So which question types, sections, or parts you could have done in a better way? What your scores were in were you able to achieve your scores consistently in the practice tests? I'm sorry for the grammatical mistakes. I didn't proofread this. But the question is, what scores were you consistently achieving in the practice tests? All right. The next one is, were you able to achieve more than your target score in all your practice tests before the examination, or just passed them with the minimum scores? So before the examination, when you take up the practice test, let's say reading test, were you able to score more than what you are aiming at, or did you just pass them? Sixth question is, were you able to manage time in all sections of the examination well on the test day? Seventh one is, did you guess answers for any questions? If so, how many questions did you guess the answers for and what question types they were? All right. The eighth question is, do you feel you have done a good job that is adequate to achieve your desired scores? Ninth one is, do you remember the way you have written down the letter, reports, or essays in the real examination? Are you able to write down the same and send it to you send it to your IELTS, PT, or OET trainer and request them to assess to see whether your writing was able to get the minimum score you were aiming at. These are the 10 questions you need to answer on the test day. Right after your examination, you need to have a notebook and then write down all these things. Okay, it is really important. I understand that you may not be able to write down the same letter as you have done in the examination, but if you can write down at least 60% or 70% of the letter or reports or essays that you have answered in the original examination, it may be helpful for your trainers or teachers, whatever, whoever you call, to assess your skills and provide you the scores that are going to be in the on the results day as well. All right, so these 10 questions need to be asked yourself and then you have to make a note of them. All right, let's go through the other part of the video where you need to ask some questions on the results day. All right, once the results are out, what do I need to do? Well, I understand that once the results are out, some students would be surprised to see low scores in spite of their best efforts, whereas others would be smiling. If you are the ones who didn't achieve your desired scores, please ask yourself 10 questions that are listed as follows. The first one you need to ask you is, what scores have you received in each section of the examination? Second question is, what are your expected scores in those sections? Third one is, what scores have you received from your teacher or trainer who have assessed your reports, letters, and essays you have written down on the examination day, whichever is applicable? Which sections didn't you achieve your desired scores? What was the marking procedure in those sections? Was computer involved in the assessment of your skills in those sections? What are the chances of passing a particular section after review or revaluation? Question number 8. Did you fail in your reading and listening sections where both a computer and a human examiner assess your skills? What are the chances of passing in remarking if you have lost marks in reading and listening sections? Literally, the chances are almost 0% when you have to appear, when you have to apply for remarking in both reading and listening sections. So it is better to go for resitting, reappearance anyway. But you can ask few other questions as well. Is it hard to book an exam again? Is the competition high in your country that you will not get a slot probably for the next, say, 3 months or 6 months and so on? Don't you bother about money and would you like to give it a shot by applying for remarking? If you don't bother about money, you can go for applying the remarking because you may be able to get your desired scores when you apply for the remarking. Remember that your scores in speaking and writing sections of the OET examination can be dramatically changed if you have performed really very well in your practice test. If your IELTS, PTE, or OET trainers have given you really good scores in your practice test, please apply for remarking if you need to achieve 350 in OET examination or 7 or 8 bands in IELTS and 79 or 65 in PTE academic examinations. You can go for remarking without even thinking about second opinion. If you would like to have a free assessment for your first letter, essay, or report in IELTS, PTE, or OET examination, please send me an email at steve@ucanenglishtutoring.com. You can also contact me on my mobile or WhatsApp number, that is +61 468 480 877. You can also like my Facebook page, that is www.facebook.com/ucantutoring, to get regular updates on the recent examinations, assessment of your letter and letter reports and essays, and also the speaking assessment. You can also check my website, that is https://ucanenglishtutoring.com. I've been helping more than 12,000 students to achieve their desired scores in these three different examinations, such as IELTS, OET, and PTE, since 2008. I thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this video has been helpful to you to make an informed decision about remarking or resitting. I wish you good luck with your examination. Have a good day. Take care.